Hello folks, this is Keane. I didn't know if I wanted to make a video about this because this is really fucked up. It's just totally fucking out there. Some guy named Contrast is posting records of me all over. Anybody who makes a video that disagrees with me or attacks me or claims that they own me, the guy's putting records up of my past. And he's trying, I guess it's obviously to try to destroy my character and my reputation as a human being and stuff on YouTube. I don't know what the hell it is, because YouTube is a place where people just make videos and try to have fun and all that shit. So I'm going to have to talk about some personal things and shit that are very upsetting in my life, because I know this asshole's trying to spread it all over. He's posted it several times on videos of my own, and he's also posted on all these other people, and there's probably going to be assholes out there, fuckhead atheists out there, who are going to be making videos about this. So I figure before it excels and turns into a huge ass ball of flame flying my way, I figured I'd deal with it right away. Okay. Obviously he went to some kind of public records thing and copied and pasted the information that was on there to paste on these different websites. They're basically abuse charges. One that is towards Cindy Keane and one that is towards my wife, Dawn Keane. I've only been married once. Cindy Keane is actually the name of my mother, who is dead. Okay. When I was 18 years old, and you'll see the dates on the charges that you see on there, you'll be able to see all this for yourself and be able to put up the numbers and all that. And I'm going to go ahead and express this. This is so fucking dumb. When I was 18 years old, my mother, as you all know, was sick. I pointed that out in my videos. She got cancer, and she was having a lot of issues and a lot of problems. She was also very heavily religious, as I pointed out in my videos. Well, what happened is that I came to my mother and I was talking to her, and she asked me if I would attend church with her, and I said no. I don't want to go to church anymore. I don't believe in this stuff. And I was just starting to get out of Christianity, and I turned into an atheist at that point. That was when I first became an atheist. So what happened is that my family got all up in arms, and they got all bent out of shape about the whole situation, and my family had disowned me. I told you guys all this in my videos before. I was very honest about, my childhood and growing up, that I used to be a Christian, and there was some abuse involved. My father used to beat the shit out of my mother and cause her problems and stuff, and she got sick, and later on down the road she killed herself because she found out she had cancer and she was in a lot of pain. So what happened is that when she found out, and I told her to her face finally that I don't believe in the whole God thing and I don't believe in religion and all this stuff, she threw me out the fucking door. She put me out on the street. And I continued repeatedly going up to the door and knocking and asking for my mother to let me back in. I said, Mom, I love you and I care about you, but I just don't believe in this shit anymore. I don't want to be a part of this. And she would not open the door for me. I spent almost 6 months to 7 months out on the street because of the situation. My family members would not let me in unless I agreed to go to church and become a Christian again. All this has been talked about in my videos so many fucking times. This is retarded. My mother told me that if I didn't get away from the door, that she was going to call the police on me. She said, I don't want you around, you're a fucking demon, you're an antichrist, and all kinds of insults. Because my mother felt like if you weren't a believer in God, then you weren't nothing. And I hate to sit here and talk about my mother in this fashion, because I love my mother and I respect her, and I know that she wasn't feeling good, that she was sick, she was dying. So she called the police. And the police came along and they basically took me off, and I got to spend 24 hours in jail because of that. She said that I wouldn't go away and that I was, aggravating her, and that's the bottom line on that. That's why you see that charge and that public record that asshole Contrast put up on there. I can't believe that people would go this far because they feel like I messed up the reputation of atheism, or I've hurt somebody's image by burning the Bible. Then they feel that they gotta set me on fire now. They gotta burn me up. And I'm still not going to apologize for burning that Bible. Now for the second charge that he has publicly posted, the one with me and my wife. As you all know in my videos, I told you guys that my daughter is disabled. She has hydrocephalus. She was born with meningitis, and it caused her to have water on the brain, and she has this condition that she has to live with for the rest of her life, a shunt in her head. My wife and I had to spend over a year in a children's hospital, Cardinal Glennon St. Louis Children's Hospital. And I don't know if any of you have ever seen a sick child before or been in that kind of situation, but it's very stressful. It's very painful to go through that situation. So my wife and I thought that our daughter was going to die. And my wife and I, we started breaking down basically and becoming depressed because of the situation. It was hurting our marriage. We weren't able to spend time with our son because we were constantly dealing with our daughter in the hospital. So we separated. We separated because she couldn't look at me anymore. When she looked at my daughter, she said that she seen me and she just couldn't be around me. Everybody was blaming everybody for the reason why my daughter got sick at that point, and it caused a lot of problems. I continued to aggravate my wife, basically annoy her, and keep saying I love her, and I kept trying to get her to come back to me. And I said, I kept telling her, our daughter is going to be okay. But she wouldn't listen. She was so depressed, and so was I, because we thought she was going to die. So she ended up basically doing what my mother did in the fucked up situation that I was in whenever I was younger. She told her stepmother and father that she didn't want to have nothing to do with me anymore, because the doctors told us that they don't know if our daughter's going to make it. So she, in order to keep me away from trying to get her back and save the marriage, she filed out a restraining order without thinking. And she might do a video about this and talk about it herself, but she's so fucking hurt because of this that this idiot brought this up simply because I made a point. I did a video where I disagree with the Bible and yada yada yada, and this atheist feels like I fucking broke his heart or did something wrong to him by blocking him and all his insults, and now he's decided to paste this all over the place. But that's what happened. My daughter ended up getting 9 surgeries done on her head, and she's doing okay now. She's doing okay. But my wife and I, we ended up working things out, and she removed that restraining order and realized that I didn't mean her no harm. I just wanted my marriage back. I just wanted us to be a family. We had 2 children. So, fucking assholes. You pricks. You owned me. Are you fucking happy now? You got me.